Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we make sense of the money games. Today we're diving into an 8K filing from Cloudastructure Inc. And let me tell you, sometimes these reports are about as exciting as watching paint dry. But other times, well, let's see what Cloudastructure has for us. Get ready for a quick look at Cloudastructure's latest update, where we'll try to peek behind the curtain of their financial announcements and see what is really going on. If you are new here and love getting the real story behind company reports, hit that subscribe button, and if you want to jump into conversations and get even more insights, join our Discord community. The link is in the description below. So what we have here is essentially a heads up filed on the 15th of October 2025. This filing is a little different from a full quarterly report. It is usually for major events that pop up that investors need to know about pretty quickly. Think of it as a news bulletin from the company about something important that just happened. The company we're looking at is Cloudastructure Incorporated. They're incorporated in Delaware, and their stock is traded on the Nasdaq Capital Market under the ticker symbol CSI. They're also identifying as an emerging growth company, which means they get to follow slightly different, often more relaxed rules for financial reporting compared to bigger, more established companies. The main meat of this filing, at least for us trying to figure out what is happening, is tucked away in item 2.02. What this section tells us is that on the 15th of October, the very same day they reported this event, Cloudastructure Incorporated, which we'll just call the company from here on out, released a press release. This press release is what is really important because it contains their latest financial news, and that press release is attached as Exhibit 99.1. So while this 8K document itself is mostly a formality, it is the press release it points to that holds the juicy details about their results of operations and their financial condition. Unfortunately, this particular 8K filing does not contain the actual financial tables from that press release within the document itself. It is just telling us that a press release exists, and that is where you'd go to find the numbers that tell the real story. This is like getting a notification that a new episode of your favorite show is out, but you have to go to a different platform to actually watch it. The report is signed off by Greg Smitherman, who holds a pretty crucial role as the Chief Financial Officer, and also as both the Principal Financial Officer and the Principal Accounting Officer. This means he is the main person responsible for making sure the company's money matters are handled correctly and reported accurately. The date of this signature is the 21st of October 2025, which is a few days after the event itself, giving them time to get everything put together and filed. Now, looking at this filing, it is a bit of a tease. It tells us that there was a financial announcement on the 15th of October, but it doesn't actually show us the numbers from that announcement. All we know is that Cloudastructure Incorporated released a press release that day detailing their results of operations and financial condition. This is a common practice where companies use press releases to share important news first, and then follow up with more detailed filings to the SEC like a 10Q or a 10K. Without the actual content of that press release, it is tough to do our typical deep dive into their financials. We can't break down revenue, profit margins, or any of the key performance indicators that really tell us how the business is doing. We can't see if they're growing or shrinking, or if their expenses are under control. It is like being told there is a big game happening, but not being shown the score. However, the fact that they are issuing an 8K to highlight the release of this press release suggests the information within it was considered significant enough to warrant immediate investor attention. It could be a number that is way better or way worse than expected, or it could be news about a new product, a merger, or something else that fundamentally changes the company's outlook. Given that Cloudastructure Incorporated identifies as an emerging growth company, it is worth remembering that they might not be subject to as many stringent reporting requirements as larger corporations. This can sometimes mean less detailed disclosures compared to their more established counterparts. This also means they've elected not to use the extended transition period for complying with new or revised financial accounting standards, meaning they're keeping up with the latest accounting rules, which is generally a good sign for transparency. From a business strategy perspective, a company issuing a press release on a specific date and then filing an 8K about it usually means they want to get the news out quickly and broadly to the market. This is often done to manage expectations, to announce a significant milestone, or to react to changing market conditions. The success of this strategy hinges entirely on what was actually in that press release. Was it a record-breaking quarter, a significant new deal, or perhaps a warning about upcoming challenges? So, what is our take? Well, based on this 8K alone, it is hard to say much definitively about Cloudastructure Incorporated's actual performance. It is a placeholder, a pointer to information that is elsewhere. The real story, the financial health and operational narrative, is locked away in that press release. Our advice, if you are invested in Cloudastructure, Incorporated or considering it, you absolutely need to hunt down and read that press release associated with this filing from the 15th of October 2025. That is where the details are. This filing doesn't scream immediate red flags in terms of what is present in the 8K itself, beyond the obvious lack of financial data within this document. The risk is in the unknown. What was so important that it merited a special report like this? Was it good news that they wanted to trump it, or bad news they had to disclose quickly? Without that press release, we're left guessing. Alright, that is our brief look at this Cloudastructure. Incorporated 8K, it is more of a signpost than a map, pointing us towards the real financial news. What do you think this filing implies? Did you manage to find and read the press release? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us out. And don't forget to subscribe for more corporate deep dives. Plus, check out our Discord in the description for more discussions and insights. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.